Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're talking about Waymo, one of the biggest competitors to Tesla in the self-driving space. Quick note before we dive in, yes, I do own Tesla stock. But honestly, whichever company figures out self-driving first is going to save tens of thousands of lives here in the US and millions worldwide. So I'm rooting for anyone to succeed. So what's Waymo? Well, it actually started way back in 2009 as Google's self-driving car project. Then in 2016, it spun off into its own company under Alphabet, Google's parent company. And since 2020, it's been offering driverless rides. Now, let's talk about the levels of self-driving. I won't go too deep here. I've already made a video about that, links in the description. But here's the quick version. Tesla is at level 2, which means constant human supervision is required. Waymo is at level 4, which means no human supervision, but it's geofenced to specific areas. That's a big difference. Waymo relies on a ton of sensors and super detailed mapping. It makes the cars more expensive, but it works really well within the mapped zones. Right now, Waymo is operating in San Francisco, Los Angeles, Phoenix, Austin, and as of June 24th, 2025, Atlanta. They've also announced plans to expand to New York, Philly, Miami, Washington, D.C., Dallas, and even Tokyo. Funny story, my wife and I actually tried to take a Waymo twice while we were in Austin for my birthday. Both times, we ended up with human drivers. Bright side, we did get to ride in a Nissan Ariya for the first time. So what's the upside of Waymo? The cars are really out there driving with no drivers. They've logged millions of miles, and their data shows more than 90% fewer accidents and 90% less property damage compared to human drivers. That's huge. The catch? Well, the rides cost about the same as Uber right now, because the cars themselves are pretty expensive. But here's the fascinating part. Even though there are only about 1,000 Waymo cars in service, they do more rides than almost all human Uber drivers in those areas, except for the top 1%. That's the future right there. Cars with way higher uptime, way less downtime for maintenance, or for humans that need to rest. I haven't had the chance to ride in one yet, but since they're coming to Dallas in 2026, you can bet I'll make a follow-up video when I do. So yeah, the self-driving wars are definitely heating up. And in the end, I'm hopeful that we're the ones who get to win. Safer rides and eventually cheaper rides too. Let me know down in the comments. Would you ride in a Waymo or a self-driving Tesla? I'm really curious to hear your thoughts. Until next time, happy charging.